Good morning, everyone. Team scoring for SOD for 2025. My name's Cameron Regan. I run MEC Timing. We do timing software, so some of you are familiar with Measures and Dietrich, which is our software that runs at the ski hill. We do interclub races, so if you have a club, if you have a like an adult league at house league at your club, you can contact us and we can help you build out software to make sure that all those results are stored and kept together. And then we also do the same thing for SOD team scoring. So SOD team scoring is a little of a funny duck. So there's two parts to it. One is we have a piece of software that runs on your computer, and you install that, and after you finish the race, you put in your male and female racers. It does the calculation for the race results, and from there it will pull out the team results for the system and give you a nice interface for sort of announcing all the information. We'll show that. The second part is the actual website that allows you to upload the race results just like in Alpine Points, and then it will do the same calculation, show all the information for the race, and then it's presentable for everyone and anyone who wants to see the race details. So we'll start with the software, and then we'll go to the website. So let me just switch my screen. You guys see my screen? Perfect. So we have under products, we have measures. And then under here is team scoring. So if you click on that, it brings you to the download. So you can download it to install it in your computer. And it just brings up, if you see this, you just say more info and say run anyways. And then it comes up with a scoring setup. So I've already installed this, so I'll just cancel out of this. So it comes up as team scoring, and it has a male file and a female file. So team scoring requires a license. For people who use Measures and Dietrich, it's included in your license. If you are using Split Second, you can purchase a Measures license that can either be put on a USB dongle that looks like that, or we implemented last year the ability to apply it directly to your computer. So you don't need to buy a dongle. You just can purchase the 1 year and then it runs just on your laptop. So for that, we have our license manager. So you purchase your dongle, credit card, and then you get an API key. You put in the API key. I have one that is on my plugged in, so we can use, or this one's already applied, so I can't do anything. And then we have one that said local. So the local one is the one directly on your computer, so you can apply the license to that. Once that's applied, you can use your team scoring for the year. So we know that it's both Measures and Dietrich use this, so I'll go through Measures first, and then I'll show you a Split Second. So for Measures, you pick your male file. So I'll go to my Measures race, and I will pick the male in the male, and then I will pick the female and the female, and then you click save. So when you run the team scoring app, you need to have an internet connection, because what it does is it looks at all the racers in the race and pulls the team information from the website to generate the race results. If you don't have an internet connection, it'll tell you, hey, I don't have an internet connection. I can't demo that because then I would lose all of you. But what it will allow you to do is it'll just say, there's no internet, please connect to the internet. And then once you're reconnected, you can run it. So if we click save, it takes a little bit of time. You get a pop-up. So usually this will be 1 or 2 racers, but this tells you all the racers that do not have a team associated with them in this current season. This is an old race, so none of these racers are currently in the system, and we also just moved over to 2026, so we don't have any of that information. So I'm just going to say yes. Note, if you have racers that do not have teams, they get lumped together per club into a team called unknown team, so it can affect race results. You will not be able to upload the race results until those racers are present from the club which manages those teams. So for example, if the racer is, I'm going to just go on Alpine. So if a racer is missing from an Alpine team, Alpine needs to update that racer so that that racer is present within the system, and then you'll be able to upload your race. So I'm just going to say yes to this. Then it asks you where you want to put the PDF of the results. I'm just going to put it in the test. And it gives you a thing that says we've completed. It's going to open. And now we get the results. So we get the information for races that have multiple categories within them. So like a U16, U19, which this is, you get it broken out. So you get to see all the individuals, all the males, top 10 male and female, and then you get the team scores, and then the top 3 of boys, girls, and co-ed. And then because there was U19s within this race, we have the individuals for the U19, same thing for the male and female, and then the team scores. Now, if you are a split-second user, you need to do a CSV export, and we have this on the website as a download, as a quick link, but we have a team scoring export NatFis. I'll say it's a configuration file. And what that is giving you is the data in the format that we require to do the calculations and to present the report. So what I'll do is I have an example split-second race. So I can go to all files. I'll pick the men. So for split-second, the racers, you cannot export the racer's gender. So if you mix up the male and female, then they will be shown incorrectly on the export. The only way that we know that the racers in this file are men is because you put it in the male location. And then if I go to women, when you are using split second, you get these 5 header lines, and this is for the headers on the actual report. With measures, it pulls it from the race data, but we don't have that on split second. So, and And then we can say December 18th. So I can click save. This will do the same thing. It calls out to the internet, to the server, says, I have all these racers. What are they? What teams are they? They don't have them. So we'll say yes. And then I can go in here and I can say test team scoring. And as you can see, we get the exact same groupings for as the race. And it looks the same as the one for measures. So it doesn't matter if you're using split second or measures, we'll get the same results and the same format. Does anyone have any questions about the application? Yes. And that's only for a split second race. Perfect. So the next thing that we have is we have the results website. So it's sod.results.mectiming.org. Suki, I'm pretty sure you have that linked within AOA's websites in some places. So if I go back to 2024, we have the ability to see points from team standings. We can go into a specific race and we can see the point calculations and then all the individual. If I go into a specific racer, I can see all the different races that they ran. I can click on a team. Oh, okay. Well, I'll fix that one. Because there is a new release coming probably tomorrow. So if I go to users profile, let me log out so that you can see. So I'm just going to log in. If you guys do not remember your information, you can just shoot me an email, info@mectiming.org, and I can get you back into the system. I'll click login. So as part of this, what I have done is when we create the race, you are associated with a particular club that you are able to manage racers within that club, and then from there, you will be able to update, create, modify the racers and the teams within that racer. So there are 3 sections. One is issue racers. So in the new version, last year, if we uploaded a race that had a racer that is not part of our system, it would actually pull up and show you the racers that we have tried to upload but have not been found. In the next version, there's actually a button right here that says just like add racer, and it will automatically add this racer to your system. And then the system will automatically retry the race upload. Underneath, you have all of the different racers. So this will be cleaned out when you guys start doing your uploads for new racers this year. But if you click edit, you can edit the information. You can pick the team that you want them on. And then you can pick the gender, whichever category they are. What we've done is we have the ability to upload racers. So the upload file format is down. So at the bottom here, we have resources. So you have the split second export. This goes directly to downloading the license manager, the team scoring application, an example team file, and then we have a full user manual for the system. So if you want to download that and read that through, we have that. if I click on this, we have an example team load file. So what we did was the load file for teams within the system is just an Alpine points export. And then we add the team column at the end. So once you have all your racers and Alpine points, you can just download the list, take your U16 racers or your U12 racers, put them into the file and add the team column and then put it in. You can then, at the top of the race, go upload new racers, file, pick the load file that you have, open it and upload it, and it will add all those racers. If they are racers that are already there, it'll automatically modify them. So if you don't feel like making the changes within the system of like creating a new racer or editing the racers here, you can just work from a spreadsheet and just keep uploading the same racers all the time. And by card number, it will match the racer and update all of the information. Once you are done sort of getting the racers set up, race time comes, you have finished running your race, you've gone into the team scoring software and you've created your team results for the day of. Once you've gone to Alpine, you finish up your race, you create your XML exports, upload them to Alpine points, and then in here we need the two files. So the only difference between this and Alpine points is that I need both the male and the female XML file at the same time so that I can link them and I know which race is associated, which male race and which female race is associated to each other. So you pick your two XML files and you put them in, click upload. It'll validate that we have data for our teams for everyone. If we don't have a team, it will show you, and it will automatically notify the users that are associated with those clubs that have the issue. And then we have the ability this year that the race file is stored so that we have it for just recalculation. If you guys have problems with this, send it to me just for the first couple of weeks so that if there is an issue, we don't lose it. And then from there, we can move forward. So once those are up and at them, they will show up on the home screen just under here for everyone to view and to see the race results. So does anyone have any questions? No. In the website, the XML has the male and female. We know what that is. We call it, I think I literally call it file 1 and file 2 so that you don't need to care. Yes, file 1 and file 2. So I don't care male or female. We need both of the files at once. So you can upload all your racers with different teams all at the same time. You don't need to take one upload file per team or per category. You can literally upload your entire race program's team classification all at once.
I are they part of if it are the O Cup racers any of the people that are in the running in the race? Yes, if they are not being team, if racers are not being team scored, they don't need to be in here. The racers that need to be in the SOD results system are any racers that are racing in a race which is being put on this website. So yeah, so if there are, this is specifically for SOD team scoring races. If racers are being put in that are not team scored, then we need to figure out as a group how we manage that. But in the current system, those racers would have to be deleted or removed from the race results before being uploaded.